friends, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Jackie. And let's get started. For DIY number 1, I'm going to begin with 2 of these garden gnomes from the Dollar Tree and 1 of these that's on a ladder that you hook onto a flower pot. And I'm going to go in with these 2 apple barrel paints in this green and this orange until they all look like leprechauns with the orange beards and the green outfits. So look how adorable. So I'll set those aside, and now I'm going to take some of these mini green flower pots. They come 4 in a pack, also from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to use 2 for this particular project. And I'm just going to take some floral foam and cut it down to size to fit inside both of the pots and secure it with a little bit of hot glue until they look like this. So now I'm going to take some of these mini rocks, not sure what they're called, but they're from the Dollar Tree, and fill them up to weight them down a little bit. And now I'm taking some Spanish moss, kind of fluff it up a little bit, pull it, open it up a little bit, and just place it on top. I'm not going to adhere these at all. And now I'm going to go in with some of my florals, some ferns, and some wildflowers, and they're looking super cute. And I was about to put my leprechauns inside when I realized, wait a minute, my pots look a little bare. So I'm going to go in with some Waverly Truffle chalk paint and give it a little bit of a tone, a different tone. So just a little bit of brown, just sparingly with my chippy brush, just a nice dry brush. And once I get that done, then I'll go in with my Waverly chalk paint and the color plaster, and I'll go in with the same method, and that'll give it another tone to the pot, like it's been out in the weather. And it's got these pots have like little flowers embossed on them, so that brings out the little flowers as well. And so once I'm done, then I'll just put everything together, and here's how they look, and a closer look at the final reveal. Today's video is a part of the Minis Challenge and is hosted by Corie over at Crafted by Corie. And the challenge is to create at least 3 minis and or tiered tray DIYs. And this month's themes are Spring, Mardi Gras, and St. Patrick's Day. And so I chose St. Patrick's Day just to be different. And so with this challenge, there's a playlist, so be sure to head on over to my description box after you're done viewing my video and follow the link and watch the rest of the playlist and see what everybody else has created for this monthly challenge. For DIY number 2, I decided to make a St. Patrick's Day beaded garland, because if we're doing tier tray DIYs, gotta have a beaded garland. So I'm taking some variety of beads, some of the green ones I had from the Dollar Tree, and I even found some square wooden beads at the Dollar Tree, and then the natural ones are from Amazon. And in the floral section of the Dollar Tree, I found this green jute twine. So when I saw that, I thought, perfect, we'll be using this for sure. And it's pretty thin, so it's easy to thread. It's not too difficult. I did add a little dab of glue just to make it a little easier, because the fibers, you know how they like to separate. So I just kind of squished the glue to make it flat on the end, and that way I can thread it through my embroidery needle a little bit easier. And sure enough, it worked just fine. Now this jute twine was a little bit thicker than my eye on my needle, but it's okay, I made it work. And I just started threading these beads, started with some of the round ones. I did make a temporary knot on this one end. I didn't make it tight, I just made a temporary knot just so the beads won't fall out as I'm working, but it's just a very loose knot. And here I'm having a little difficulty with getting it right, but once I get it going, then I just start adding my beads, and I'll do, of course, the wooden beads just to give it a little bit of a variety, make it look really different. So I just keep working on it until it looks like this. I don't know if you can see all the square ones, but yeah, there's quite a few square ones in there. So now I'm going to take this pack of coins, these plastic coins with the shamrocks on them, and I'm taking my crocodile and I'm going to pierce a hole through one of these coins, because I will put this coin on the end, on one of the ends of this beaded garland. So I just set that aside. I was going to use one of these shamrocks from the Dollar Tree, but they are a real thin felt, like a, not a felt, like a rubber. I did make a hole on it. I don't know, I was wanting to use it, but I ended up not using it. I used it at the end of the video just to help stage everything, but that's about it. They are pretty thin, although they are cute. Would have liked to found some wooden ones, but no, I didn't find any wooden shamrocks. So here I'm just taking some more of that jute twine and I'm just wrapping it around my hand to the size, snip off the excess, and here I'm just going to set it aside for a second and I'm going to finish adding these last couple beads. I wasn't sure if I wanted to completely add more beads or not, but I ended up adding more. So I took it all the way to the end, and now here I'm going to go ahead and get some lace ribbon. So this really pretty beige lace ribbon and some of this green and white gingham ribbon. Snip off equal amounts, equal lengths, and I'm going to place it over my jute twine that's wrapped around. This is going to become my tassel. So I'm just going to wrap it around in this manner, and now the side that I had made the temporary knot, I'm going to open that up and I'm going to tie this tight with a good double knot, and all the excess will go inside of my tassel so you won't see it when we close it up. So now I'm going to take my scissors and open up the tassel, and here I'm sticking the excess jute twine inside the tassel, that way it won't come out where I tied it. And so now I'm taking a nice long piece of jute twine, wrapping it around to tie the tassel closed on the top, and then securing it with a good double knot. Make sure it's nice and secure, don't want it to fall apart. Now I'll just bring everything down and give everything a nice little haircut just to make it look nice and neat, and just trimming off the excess where I tied the tassel closed. So now for the other end, I'm going to go ahead and remove the needle. I no longer need it, and I'm going to secure this little coin on there. There's just enough of the jute twine left to make a double knot, secure it really well. And so now I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, okay, it's looking cute, but it's looking like it's needing something else on this end. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with some more of this gingham ribbon and some more of the lace ribbon, equal lengths of both, and I'm just going to tie it in a knot right above the coin. And I do end up dovetailing the ends on on the gingham ribbons I dovetail the ends, and on the lace ribbons I ended up just leaving them straight. And I think it's looking super cute, and here's how it looks, and a closer look at the final reveal. For DIY number 3, I am taking one of these candles from the Dollar Tree, and it's in one of these really pretty pots. Kind of reminds me of the Leprechaun pot. So I go in with my Waverly chalk paint in the color ink and give it a good paint. And I'm taking some more of this green and white gingham ribbon and just tying around on the rim just to give it a look, just to give it a little bit of a prettiness, because you know we love using ribbon, make everything look a little bit more super cute. So I'm just taking a dab of glue and going around the rim, like the contoured part of the rim. And I'll just pull it taut, snip off the excess, and add a little dab of glue and press it down. And then I'll just top it off with a cute little bow that I created with both ribbons. Just a cute little double bow like this. And I'll just add some hot glue and adhere it to the front of the little pot. So now I'm going to add all these little coins in there because it's going to be the pot of gold. Gotta have a pot of gold. It's so simple, and here's how it looks, and a closer look at the final reveal, which we are now at the final reveal. This is how everything looks. Let me know what you think. Well, I'd take a moment and thank Corie over at Crafted by Corie for hosting this monthly challenge. It's one of my favorites. I always enjoy participating in it. And don't forget to head on over to my description box and follow the playlist and see what everybody else has created, whether they did spring or Mardi Gras or St. Patrick's Day. I'm excited to watch. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. I would really, really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. And until my next video, stay healthy, safe, and strong. And have a great, great day. Bye-bye.